Hi, I'm Faye. I'm Curtis's mum, and I've had a gastric bypass. I've been overweight most of my life, and I've tried all different types of ways to lose weight. I've been to Jenny Craig, Gloria Marshall, Weight Watchers. I've had Layton Easy delivered to me. I've tried a lot of fad diets. I've tried pills and even dietitians. I had some degrees of success with those, anywhere between 10 and 31 kilos, but I always seem to put the weight back on. In 1998, I had a lap band installed, and in those days they didn't put a stitch in to hold it in place, and I had my stomach wind around the lap band, and I had to have it removed in an emergency operation, and that was in 2000. I had some weight loss with that as well, but not as much as what I would have liked at the time. I then decided to look at other alternative methods of operations, and the sleeve and the bypass were the two that came up for me. The doctor said that I wasn't a candidate for the band anymore because of the scarring on my stomach, and I looked at laparoscopic as well, but because they cut me open down the full length of my stomach to remove the band, then that wasn't an option for me anymore. Any surgery I had would have to go through the cut. So that gave me a bigger choice of doctors. I think some doctors will do bypass or sleeve laparoscopically and some won't. So that reduces doctors for some people, but for me it wasn't an option. I made 4 appointments and I found my doctor on the 3rd. I think the first appointment I listened to them and I didn't have any questions, but then when I went away and thought about what it was that he said, then I had questions for the next doctor. It's important to feel comfortable with the doctor, and I found mine on the 3rd go, and he's John Garney in Newcastle, and felt very at ease with him. It wasn't anything to do with his manner or the way he spoke to me. I think I just felt that he would go to great lengths to make sure that I was safe, and that I knew that he'd be available day and night. Once I had made the decision, I wasn't in a health fund, and I said that I would pay for the operation. No doctors were willing to do that. They felt that I should be in a medical fund. The reason they gave was that they don't want to hurry up the operation just to get me done because they knew I was paying for it, because their time is money, and it was a pretty risky thing to do. In hindsight, it was the best thing that ever happened. I had problems with my stoma collapsing on 5 occasions. They say that it's usual for maybe 1 or 2, but those extra visits back would have been very financially draining. I live in Orange, so having to go to Newcastle, which is about a 4.5-hour drive, every time something went wrong was also another expense. So that's the reason I chose to have the bypass. Why to go to that length to have was pretty new when I started researching, and then I had to wait 12 months from joining the fund to actually have something. So I had a lot of time to actually research it further and to know that the bypass was suitable for me, and it definitely was. It was the best for me. The sleeve has its merits, but I chose not to have that.